What happens when the journey down the rabbit hole leads to the psych ward? As reality comes back into focus, how does someone make sense of the dark visions brought on by their red-pilled radicalization into QAnon and COVID denialism? Vice News just did a short feature on the Scottsdale, Arizona woman who you might remember went viral for her 4th of July expletive-laden live-streamed rant at Target, where she destroyed a mask display that she now says she felt represented her freedoms being taken away at the time. Melissa Lively's next viral moment would come just a day later in another live video of her interacting with the police, who had been called to her home by her husband as she spiraled out of control. She tells cops in this video that they don't have security clearance to interact with her, that she's a spokesperson for the White House who has a direct line to President Trump. Diagnosed with post-traumatic stress and bipolar disorder, Ms. Lively needed inpatient treatment to recover. She's now also been interviewed and featured on CNN panel discussions as someone recently de-radicalized from QAnon beliefs. The Vice piece finds her reflecting on how YouTube algorithms served up content that targeted her as a woman interested in wellness and spirituality. She describes an escalating click trail from videos about which foods to eat for healthy immunity to anti-vax material to the narrative that a genocidal pedophiliac cabal was behind the pandemic, and also how her belief in the coming age of Aquarius dovetailed with QAnon's prophecy of a great awakening. Now, given her very polished, media-ready appearance, she's a thin, white, platinum blonde public relations rep whose forehead never moves. Given her wealthy presentation, she bragged about her $40,000 Rolex in the Target video, and that she has a book and movie deal now that has ensued from all of these events. It's easy to see her as an opportunist, and perhaps to some extent she is. But she's also performing a kind of public service as someone openly reflecting on how the perfect storm of early childhood trauma, the overwhelming initial stress and disorientation of the pandemic, self-reinforcing social media algorithms, and desperate doom scrolling all led not only to her radicalization, but also to a mental break with reality and ensuing hospitalization. Lively also reflects on the courage and loyalty shown by her husband in finally getting her the help she needed, saying it was the ultimate act of love and selfless service. In her case, the path to de-radicalization seems to have been through addressing mental health issues. That won't be the case for everyone, but supportive relationships with those outside the cult may well be a common denominator for those able to recover. The jab.